KwaZulu-Natal. I find it intriguing that there was no complainant in this case. How is it then the authorities can move forward with the case when there's no complainant?
Strictly speaking, the Jacob Zuma could not have been the complainant, but someone else could have.
Right.
But it is bizarre if the alleged poison plot was leveled against him, that he would not have been this complainant. So your point is very well made, but someone else could have laid this affidavit. But I think we need to look deeper into this, and I think that unfortunately, the ministers and the head of the NPA at that time were they were under severe political pressure to make certain decisions, and those decisions were made not on the merits, but as a result of that pressure. And hopefully this is one case which steers the NPA in the right direction, that when there's no evidence substantiating a claim, they should not prosecute.
Yeah.
Whereas where there is evidence, they should prosecute without fear and favour.
There's been a change of guard at the NPA. Are you more hopeful about some of the decisions that have been made and things that have started to happen since Shamila Batoyi took over?
I think we have seen quite a good improvement within the NPA, but having said that, there is a lot of negative elements that still needs to be removed from the NPA before it can function properly, in my opinion. But certainly, my client, after this decision, feels both vindicated and relieved, but also, understandably so, very agitated and annoyed that she was implicated in such a charge, and it has now come to the fore that there was never even a shred of evidence linking her to it.
So, are you going to, because there's been a gross miscarriage of justice here, she's been traumatized actually by this whole case. Could there be a claim for damages?
Yes, certainly. I will be taking instructions from her, and I will be advising her to institute a damages claim against both the NPA and the SAPS, as well as the individuals responsible for these decisions in their personal capacity. Her character suffered severe damage, and she suffered severe emotional trauma as a result of this. I mean, she was facing attempted murder charges for a period of 5 years, and it has now turned out that there was never any basis for these charges to be laid against her. So she naturally also, a lot of defamation of her character took place, and I will be advising her accordingly.
How's she feeling? How did she take this news?
Relieved, but irritated.
Yeah, I can imagine. Has there been any communication with your client and the former president? Is she wanting to be reconciled with him? Do you know?
I'm not representing her at all in the matrimonial relationship she has with Jacob Zuma. I know that there's very limited communications between them.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll leave it there for the time being, but we'll certainly see how this plays out, because you can't sit with a charge over your head that's not a real charge for 4.5 years and nothing happens to nobody.
Agreed. I agree.
All right, Ulrich, thanks so much indeed.
Thank you.
So that's it. We'll leave that case for the time being, but perhaps this may develop. Ulrich Roux, the attorney representing MaNtuli, saying that perhaps there's a case here for damages, sitting with a charge for nearly 4.5 years, and the NPA throwing it out, saying there's no proof that anyone was poisoned.